Before we begin, tell us where you're watching from. We love hearing from our global community, and we might just find a real soldier's story from your location too. December 1944, the Battle of the Bulge, the Ardennes Forest. Corporal Daniel O'Brien from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was collecting personal items from wounded German prisoners of war when one soldier grabbed his wrist. "The watch," the German whispered in English. "Open the watch." O'Brien looked down. The prisoner was barely conscious, blood seeping through makeshift bandages. "Inside?" the German insisted. "You must read what is inside." O'Brien opened the silver pocket watch. Behind the face, folded impossibly small, was a letter. When he read the first line, his hands started shaking. Because the letter was addressed to someone in Pittsburgh, someone O'Brien knew. "This is WW2 Tales. Let me take you back 3 hours earlier. The Battle of the Bulge was Hitler's last desperate gamble. German forces had broken through Allied lines in a massive surprise attack. Corporal Daniel O'Brien's S Unit was dug in near a small Belgian village, fighting off wave after wave of German infantry. The fighting was brutal, close quarters, house to house. By nightfall, both sides were exhausted. When the guns finally went quiet, O'Brien's squad was ordered to collect the wounded, both American and German. "War's almost over anyway," his sergeant said. "Patch 'em up, process 'em. Send 'em to the camps." O'Brien found the German soldier in the basement of a destroyed farmhouse. The man was maybe 40, with a severe stomach wound, barely breathing. Standard procedure: check for weapons, collect valuables and documents. That's when O'Brien saw the watch. A beautiful silver pocket watch, somehow untouched by the mud and blood. As O'Brien reached for it, the German's hand shot out with surprising strength. "Bit," he gasped. "Please, open it. Inside. You must read." O'Brien had heard dying men say crazy things before, but something in this soldier's eyes made him pause. He carefully opened the watch. Behind the watch face was a tiny, folded piece of paper, so thin it was almost translucent, hidden in a space that couldn't have been more than a few millimeters deep. O'Brien unfolded it with trembling fingers. The handwriting was elegant, feminine, and it was in English. "My dearest Samuel, if you are reading this, I am gone." O'Brien read the letter by flashlight, his breath catching with every word. "My dearest Samuel, if you are reading this, I am gone. But I need you to know the truth before the end comes. My name is Rachel Stein. I am writing this from a place I cannot name, where people like me are brought to disappear. I don't have much time. They are coming for us tomorrow." The letter continued. "Samuel, you were the kindest man I ever knew. When you worked at my father's shop in Pittsburgh, you treated us with respect that so few did. You saw us as people, not as Jews to be despised. When you returned to Germany in 1938, you begged me to come with you, to leave while I still could. I was foolish. I thought it would get better. I thought my family would be safe. I was wrong." O'Brien looked up at the German soldier. "Samuel? Your name is Samuel?" The German nodded weakly. "Samuel Hoffmann. I worked in Pittsburgh, 1936 to 1938, at Stein's Watch Repair Shop." O'Brien's blood went cold. "Stein's Watch Repair? On Fifth Avenue?" Samuel's eyes widened. "You know it?" "I walked past it every day going to school," O'Brien whispered. "Mr. Stein, he fixed my father's watch once. He had a daughter." "Rachel," Samuel said, tears streaming down his face. "Please, finish reading. If you are liking this video, please like and subscribe for more." O'Brien's hands shook as he continued reading the letter. "Samuel, I know you returned to Germany because your mother was sick. I know you never wanted to leave Pittsburgh. I know you tried to get us visas, but we were denied. When the arrests started, when they took my father to Dachau, I finally understood. You were right. We should have left. I managed to get this letter to a friend who promised to smuggle it to Switzerland. I pray it reaches you somehow. I pray you are safe. The letter was heart-wrenching. I want you to know that I loved you, Samuel. I was too afraid to say it when you were here. Too worried about what people would think. A Jewish girl and a German man. But I loved you. And if there is an afterlife, if there is any justice in this universe, I will find you there. If anyone ever finds this letter, please know that Samuel Hoffmann was a good man. He tried to save us. He tried. Rachel Stein, Auschwitz, September 1942. O'Brien carefully folded the letter and looked at Samuel Hoffmann. She died in Auschwitz, O'Brien said quietly. Samuel nodded, fresh tears cutting through the dirt on his face. I know. I found out in 1943. Through channels. People who smuggled information. His voice broke. I tried everything. I went to the authorities. I offered money. Everything I had. I even tried to enlist in the SS, thinking I could get assigned to the camps. Could find her, could help her escape. They rejected me, said I had Jewish sympathies, that I was unreliable. He paused, a wave of pain crossing his face. So I did the only thing I could. I joined the Wehrmacht. I thought if I served, if I proved my loyalty, maybe they would listen. Maybe they would spare her. O'Brien felt sick, but they didn't. By the time I found out where she was, Samuel rasped, she was already dead. 6 months dead? He coughed, a spray of blood on his lips. That letter arrived 3 months later. A miracle it reached me at all. I had it sewn into the watch lining by a jeweler in Berlin. I swore I would carry it until I could bring it back to Pittsburgh, to her family, to tell them she thought of them at the end. But the Steins, O'Brien started. Are they alive? Samuel asked desperately. Please, tell me someone survived. O'Brien's face fell. He shook his head slowly. The shop closed in 1943. I asked my mother about it when I came home on leave. She said the Steins had family in Europe, that they'd received news. Bad news. Mr. Stein had a heart attack. Mrs. Stein. She couldn't go on without him. Samuel closed his eyes. A single final tear escaped. All gone. Everyone. O'Brien sat with Samuel Hoffmann for 2 hours that night. The German soldier grew weaker with each passing minute. You have to take it, Samuel whispered. The watch, the letter. Take it back to Pittsburgh. I will, O'Brien promised. But you're going to make it. The medics are coming. Samuel grabbed O'Brien's hand with surprising strength. No, I'm not. I can feel it, but that's okay. Maybe I'll see her again. Maybe she's waiting. Tell them, Samuel continued, his voice fading. Tell Pittsburgh. Tell anyone who will listen. Rachel Stein loved her family. She was brave. She deserved to live. And tell them. Tell them Samuel Hoffmann was sorry. So very sorry he couldn't save her. At 3 a.m., Samuel Hoffmann stopped breathing. Corporal Daniel O'Brien closed the dead man's eyes and carefully pocketed the watch. Daniel O'Brien returned to Pittsburgh in July 1945. He went to Fifth Avenue, where Stein's watch repair had been. The building was empty. A The Lease sign hung in the window. But O'Brien didn't give up. He placed an advertisement in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, seeking information about the Stein family, formerly of Fifth Avenue. Important message from overseas. 3 weeks later, he received a letter from a woman in New York, Rachel's cousin, the only member of the Stein family to escape Europe before the war. O'Brien sent her the watch and the letter. In 1946, that cousin published Rachel's letter in a Jewish newspaper. It was reprinted across America. Thousands read Rachel Stein's final words. And everyone learned about Samuel Hoffmann, a German man who loved a Jewish woman, who tried to save her, who carried her memory through a war that tore the world apart. The watch is now in the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. Rachel's letter is preserved behind glass. And on the exhibit, a small plaque reads, "Even in the darkest times, love refuses to die." This is WW2 Tales. Subscribe for more stories that must never be forgotten.